it's T here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back here and watching me. I really like seeing you guys here. Today I did this aqua, very vibrant eye makeup look. This definitely is something that is outside of my comfort zone, and I used this palette today and I was extremely super impressed by this palette. I'll list it down below, but other than that, please give this video a thumbs up and as well as give this video a subscribe if you would like to see more of these type of contents, and leave me a comment below if you guys tried something like this and how did you feel about it. So let's get started. I will see you guys in... Alrighty, so I already did my brows and then I have my hair pulled back. I also prepped with the Dr. Dennis Gross lip treatment, so I'm letting that sit right now. Today, though, I did not overdo it. I didn't put it everywhere. It definitely stings a little bit to plump it, but it's not all over everywhere on my skin, on my face. And I did use the L'Oreal brow lamination, and I'm continuing to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen just to give it a shot and try it out. So this is what I have on my brows right now, and I'm gonna be working on my eyes now. I'm gonna prep my eyes first, and there's like a few things I want to try from my haul the other day. So I'm going to prep my eyes with, I've been really liking this as a eye primer. I know it's supposed to be for a concealer, but it just sits on my eyes really nicely, and I've been really enjoying using it as for that instead of using it for underneath my eyes as a concealer. So I'm just gonna buff this out really quickly just so that my eyes have a base for shadow to sit on. All right, now that my eyes are prepped and based with that concealer, I'm gonna go in with a powder brush and just lightly powder my eyes. I'm still using the Kosas Feathery Light powder to just pat and go over everything and set it, because I find that this is the lightest and thinnest formula, and it won't cake up my eyelids so that other shades could lay better on it, but it does set that concealer down really well for me. Alrighty. Today I'm gonna go do something a little more fun. I want to play with this palette right here. It is the Revolution something? The Vibrant Icon. 1 cream, 6 foils, and 5 powders. When I saw this, I was so excited to play with these colors. I am gravitating towards a blue eye look today, so I'm all for this. When I looked at this palette online, it just caught my attention. I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to do a blue looking eye. So let me go ahead, and I will be using some things in some of the shades in this palette as well too, just because this one doesn't have a lot of transition or blending shades, and I'm probably gonna go in with this orangey shade as well too, just to like buff everything out. So first I'm gonna go with a transition shade. I'm gonna go in with this Natasha, is it Natasha? Yes, Natasha Denona palette. This little orangey terracotta looking shade. I'm just going to blend and buff my crease really quickly just so that we have something for the blue shadow to blend into. Just lightly blending it into my crease and making sure it's really diffuse. Same on the other side. So now this is all blended. I'm going to actually go in with this orangey shade from this palette just so that I can also blend a much more vibrant color on my crease. This isn't like a scary orange color. It actually blends out really well. Like so. Now that we're blended, I want to now get a flat brush. What I want to do with this flat brush is to lay down this like aqua blue color all over my lid. Wow, that is really vibrant. I don't know if I should use a cream on top of this. There's like a cream and I think you're supposed to use it on top. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. I'm just gonna lightly pat the cream where I'm going to lay this blue down just so I give the color a standing chance, really shining. So I'm just gonna put this on. Wow. Wow. It's so gorgeous. All right, now that I've packed that on, I'm gonna go in with a tapered blending brush and I'm going to grab that same aqua blue color and I'm going to start diffusing lightly into the crease now. And I don't want to over blend too much because once you do that, the blue, I'm afraid it might just like disappear on me. So I'm just gonna lightly blend just the edges of this. Then I'm going to go back with that orangey shade earlier to blend this edge right here, making sure that it's really cohesive, no harsh lines, and that it lays very nicely. Then I'm gonna switch brushes. Alrighty. Now that I have that down, I'm going to do the same on the other eye and then we'll be doing glitter on top and I'll show you in just a second. Now that both eyes are blended out, I want to do something really fun. I'm going to take this glittery shade right here, this icy blue shade, and I am going to try it without having any base on my eyelids first and just let it like do its thing. And if it doesn't like give me that pop, that ice pop that I'm looking for, I will put like a base down so that it can pop onto it. So let me just put this ice. This is such a gorgeous combo. Definitely this is not like an everyday makeup look, but I just think it looks so cool. Like just like sitting and playing with makeup and glitter and wow. This glitter is, it's actually not a glitter, it's a foil. It's a foil shade. How interesting. I just want to put a bunch on my eyeball. Just want to glitter my eyes out. Wow. I might not even use any of the blue shades inside the Natasha Denona palette because I am very happy with this look right now, like where it's at. I will use that terracotta orangey shade from earlier just so that I blend this out so there's no like just harsh lines. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use a wet wipe and just clean this a little. Oops. And just clean underneath my eyes for any fallout, any mess. This is a chance to clean up your like the wing area. And you want to do this really gently because skin right here is not like thick. It's very like thin. I'm gonna line my eyes and then I'm going to come back after I line my eyes, put a mascara and my lashes, and then we'll do the rest of the face. Right. Now that my lashes and eyeliner are on, I am going to work on my complexion and then we'll go back to our eyes. I cannot stop staring at the shimmer and sparkle and glitter that my eye is giving right now. Like, I usually don't do this type of look, but this palette, it was very intriguing to me. So I'm gonna move on from the eyes really quickly. I'm gonna take a quick pause. I feel like I keep going back in, adjusting and like changing things and like putting eyeliner on and fixing eyeliner. With that being said, I am going to use a skin tint because my eyes are a little like really heavy right now, that I just want something a little bit more like of a lighter, luminous look to my skin. I definitely do want coverage still, so I do want to give this a good try. So I'm gonna shake this up really quickly. Okay, I am in the shade 220. This is a 24-hour skin tint. The one thing I don't like is that I did open this to swatch it, but I don't like the dropper that much. Like, it's just not, I don't know how I feel about the dropper. My L'Oreal one, which is also a skin tint, it also has a dropper and it gets so messy. All right, okay, this matches me. Oh wow, this is a pretty skin tint. It's not like full coverage because it's a skin tint, but it gives you like enough something, if that makes sense. And I know my face is lighter than my neck, and I'm trying to match my neck right now. That's why my foundation looks a lot darker. I'm just trying to balance it out right now. This color is a little bit warmer for my liking, for sure. I like a little bit more of a neutral foundation, but just off like feel for this foundation, it feels great. It feels very lightweight. It feels like luminous. It doesn't feel like it's actually gonna slip off my skin, although it looks luminous. It has luminosity to it, but it does not feel like if I just like put my hand over my face, it's gonna rub straight off. That's not what that feels like. It just looks healthy, glowy, and dewy is what it's giving me. I know I'm looking a little crazy right now, but it's all going to work out. It's all gonna work out at the end. I'm gonna go in with a bronzer that I already like, just so that this foundation I can like give my final verdict on it without like trying new products all over it and then be like, oh, this is not it. So I'm just gonna lightly bronze with my Charlotte Tilbury bronzing wand, and I'm just gonna do one side at a time. The Charlotte Tilbury bronzing wand is like a no fail. If it fails, it's the foundation's fault or the skincare's fault or whatever is underneath. Like, you just cannot go wrong with this contour bronzing stick. I'm just gonna give a little pat to my nose. And then I am going to be highlighting and concealing. So concealering and using, no, wait. I'm gonna be using concealer to conceal, and then I'm gonna do a little highlighting with it as well too. So my favorite concealer is the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam one. So I'm gonna use N5 to conceal. It's a more neutral shade. And then I'm gonna use Yellow Peach to highlight certain areas. So N5, I usually use it all over just my regular concealer placement, like so. Then I'm gonna go in with a concealer brush and really blend this all out. The Natasha Denona concealer is always like so full coverage. All right. I'm actually gonna skip the other shade, the Yellow Peach, because I do feel like this gives me what I want in a concealer already, if you know what I mean. Like this is like already like really full coverage, and the color doesn't look too shabby either. I might just use the N5 And then that's it. Okay, I'm actually going to set my face now. I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Huda Beauty in the shade Cupcake. All right, now that I've powdered my face and set everything down, I'm actually gonna go back to this palette and do my lower lashes. That way it doesn't look like so top heavy. That way it's like cohesive with both the lid and the bottom lashes. So I'm actually going to grab this like flat definer brush, and then I'm going to grab the shade and I'm just gonna stamp it on the lash line like so. Whoa. Once that's stamped on, I'm going to grab a small smudging brush and I'm gonna grab the terracotta shade from earlier, just a little bit, and I'm gonna blend the outer edge of this, just so there's no harsh lines and it gives it a little bit of a gradient effect like that. Woo. Wow. I'm actually going to line with a kohl liner for my bottom lash line and my top lash line. So I bought this and like it's super old. I don't know if it works anymore, but it's from Gigi Hadid. She did a collab with Maybelline. Hopefully this still is like juicy. Oh wow. It's still very, very pigmented. All right, now that we have that on, I'm going to use that same blue color again. Just grab onto it and smudge it out like so. Ooh, perfect. I usually don't do such a smoked out bottom lash line, but today I feel like this look calls for it. I am going to get a darker chocolatier brown so that it doesn't just look like so harsh underneath my eyes where it's just like black. I want to like diffuse it a little bit. That looks so gorgeous. I normally don't do this, but for this occasion, I'm going to put some mascara on my lower lash line. Wow, that is a blown out smoky blue eyes. I like it. Let me put this lid on before I make a mess. Okay, there is a few other things I want to do. I do want to bronze my face a little bit, give it a little chisel, and then put on some blush, lip highlighter, and we're pretty much out of here. I'm gonna use the MAC Give Me Sun to bronze around my face and my temples really quickly, and then I'm just gonna hit my nose really fast. Just like a little dusting on my eyes. You know, I want to put one more thing on my eye, but I'm probably gonna actually just... Well, actually, I was gonna do... I don't know if I should do it. I got this yesterday in the mail, and it looks really cool. So I wanted to like... I don't know, I kind of want to pop it. I mean, I have like enough going on. Let me just show you guys really quickly what I'm talking about. So Urban Decay came out with this like liquid, like glittery moon dust shadow, liquid shadow, something like that. And this is what it looks like. And I just don't know if it will go with this look. What do you guys think? Should I just kind of want to pop a little bit on my lid, like right in the center. So just give it an extra, like a little shine. I don't want to go overboard with it because I do want this blue to be the center of the attention. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm just gonna pop a little bit on the center and then that's it, just to give it a little bit something. And just like, ooh, that lifted my eyeshadow. Do you see that? When I used my finger to blend it out, it lifted it. Oh, ooh, I think it's because it's too wet. This might be like a self thing. Okay, I need to fix this. I need to fix this really quick because now it looks funny. Grab. Okay, I'm leaving that alone because the center, there's like, I don't know if you guys could see it, but some of the shadow lifted and I don't want to keep like harassing it so that the eye look is like not as pretty anymore. Anyway, so I want to pop a little bit of this frosty white shade right here to like really open up my eyes really quickly. So, wow, this palette is like killer. Do you guys see it? Wow. Oh my. That is such a pretty like inner corner shade. I think that this is best applied with the fingertip and then just grab a brush and like diffuse and blend it out. Would probably be the best. Cause this is like very foiled. Like it's like a foil wet glitter look. Okay, I like this palette. I really do. It's very fun to play with. Okay, I'm gonna just curl my lashes really quickly and then we're gonna do blush and lip. If I can find my eyelash curl. Sorry, it's my Alexa. For blush, because the eye is so strong, I definitely want to tone my blush down. So I'm just gonna use this Dior one. This is like a perfect light pinky purple shade. It doesn't give off like a ton of pigment, but it gives off like a little something for me. And then I do want to layer a little bit of Warm Soul to warm up because this is like more of a cool tone pinky shade. For my nose for cohesiveness. And then I'm gonna grab Warm Soul just to warm it up because this is a cool tone pink. It's such a pretty pink. Like it's one of those light and everyday pink. So I'm just gonna warm it a little bit up with Warm Soul. I like to mix blushes a lot of the time. Like I mix a bunch of blushes all the time just for fun. And then for highlighter, I'm actually going to use a powder highlighter today. I want to change things up. I know I usually use like a more liquid type of highlighter on my face and cheek, but I wanted to do a more powdered highlighter. I wanted to play with this Dior palette. I haven't like really touched this palette since I purchased it. I think I know I haven't played it with it because I have like other makeup that I was just like gravitating towards. So I'm gonna grab this gold shade and I'm probably gonna mix a little bit of this white shade as well too. And I'm just gonna hit the tops of my cheek like so, just giving it a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab this lighter, more like icy shade, just a little glow all over in the tops of my cheekbone. And then I'll grab my pinky and just sit right here and the bridge of my nose and just give this a little blend. All right, and tops of my cupid's bow. So, and then my super dirty wet wipe. I'm gonna wipe that lip prep off. Alrighty, I'm gonna use my Nars Precision Liner. It's like almost done. It's like teeny tiny. I do need a sharpen this. So just give me my sharpener for this. Found it. I found it. I found it. Give this a little sharpen. And then I'm gonna line my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Velvet Teddy. I want a more nude, more neutral lip because the eyes are going to be the star of the show here. So I'm gonna keep the lip and the blush and everything else very light. Alrighty, it looks so pretty. Okay, I'm going to take my clips out, fix my hair, and I'll be back to show you guys the final look of this and everything, and then we're out of here. Alrighty guys, this is the final look of this eye that I did. I am so proud of this look. This palette right here, the Revolution Beauty London, the Vibrant Icon, definitely such a huge hit for me. The shade selection on here is just amazing. I see myself like using this pink one. I don't know about that lime green one, but maybe I can do like a pink and lime green look one of these days. But the shades in here are incredible. It's super pigmented, and this is the eye look that I achieved with like 3 shades in here plus the cream. 3-4 shades in here plus like, I don't know. But I just really like this look, and this is the final look. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate you being here. If you like and would like to see more of my videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodles! Mwah!